Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple 1. I'm going to show you another product out there because I want you to be familiar with this product so you won't see it on the internet and decide that you need to buy it. I'm going to give you the ins and outs of this and the good and the bad. And on this particular unit, I have found some seriously bad things wrong with it. And to be honest with you, I have to tell you because I do not want you to waste one penny on this unit if you don't not know what you're getting. This unit was sent to me absolutely free. It's from VanPowerS. And looking at the unit, it's well made. There's nothing wrong with the outside. You can't see any problems with the outside. This unit has a 640 watt hour battery in it. It is rated for the inverter 600 watts continuous and 1200 peak. It also has a very bright light on it. I think it's 12 watts of power. You probably can't tell because I'm outside, but this is one of the brighter lights. That's a really positive sign for this unit. This unit has everything you're going to need. It has the input for your power, and it does come with the power box. As you notice, it's very small, and I'll explain to you that is a very small unit. It also has everything you need to hook up your USB ports, your quick charging USB, your 12 volts cigarette lighter, and then it has your AC, two of those. The unit is sort of weird because there's really not one main on-off button. So basically, just turn on one of these threes, and that will turn on your screen. And it's probably very hard to see out here in the light, but I will assure you it is hard to see no matter where you're at. Right now you're looking at 96. That's how much percentage of the battery's in there. Turn on the AC and it's saying 99. It's saying that this unit could run for 39 hours in the state it's at. I don't know if you can see that. But in a few seconds that display will go blank and then you have to re-push the button. So it's not a constant on. It's a little irritating. It's just hard to see. But this unit does have a pass-through capacity. So if you're charging the unit, putting power into the unit, you can take power out of the unit. So that's a big plus. It also has a lithium iron phosphate battery in it. Another big plus. So you're going to get about 2,000 cycles out of this thing before you see a reduced capacity in the batteries. The one feature that it has that I wish I could really test a little bit more, but I didn't have a completely dead battery in the car. So I did some testing on it. Basically what it does is you can plug this in and it's jumper cables, and then you can attach it. I found that it did not have a lot of power, so I severely doubt that if you had a really dead battery, this unit is going to jump it compared to buying a unit that is made just for jumping off batteries. I just don't think there's enough juice in this unit to do that. But I like that it has the capacity to do that. If you had a battery that was weak, it would definitely help jump it off. But if you had a severely dead battery, you are going to run into some problems. Also, the biggest complaint on this thing is I got the manual, went through the manual, and I was trying to find out how to reset it because I always like to max out the inverter to see if it's going to kick off at when it's going to kick off. The problem with this one, it says it has a 600 continuous and a 1200 peak. I could not get this unit to kick off. What it would do when it went over, it would drag down the appliance, be it a heavy-duty vacuum cleaner, be it a hair dryer. And I switched it between the low settings and going all medium and high on the heat and the blower. It would not kick off. It should have kicked off. It went over the 1200 watts and it just made a drag on everything. So I didn't want to wreck the appliance, being the vacuum cleaner or being the hair dryer, so I shut it off. To me, this is very worrisome. I want a unit that will shut off. So if someone accidentally plugs in something in it that's over the capacity of the inverter, that it shuts off and you can hit a reset. Some people build units that have a button to reset. Some are you plug it back into the grid power and that resets it. I could not get this thing to kick off. To me, that's dangerous because I would hate to plug something in, walk away from it, and a motor or something kicks in, and you're not there to unplug it quickly. I don't know if it's going to overheat. I don't know if it's going to cause a fire in the the VanPower solar box? I don't know, and I didn't press it so far to see because I had a lot more testing to do on it. But that's definitely worrying to me, very. Next, this unit in the manual, I'll show you, it says, I will read it. Above data comes from the lab. The testing data will be different, affected by the testing environment, testing method, usage method, etc. And that's referring to the ways to charge a unit. It states in here you can charge this with the standard wall charger to full charge in 7 to 8 hours. Or you can use your solar panel that you can buy as an accessory, and it will take 7 to 8 hours. Or you can use the car charger that does come with it, that plugs in your cigarette lighter. That comes with it, that will take 10 to 11 hours. So I tested this numerous times, and it took from a 5% charge, it took 10 hours and 15 minutes. That's plugged into the wall, and that's going from 5% to 100%. The max I could get out of the charger that comes with it, the wall charger, at one time I got 56 watts, and that faded down to 53 watts after about an hour or two of it charging. So it took 10 hours and 15 minutes to charge this from 5%. As a tool for preppers that you might need to use it, and then you need to get it recharged the next day to use it again, I find it's very impractical. Because if I had to run my generator, because right now, as you can probably see, it's cloudy, but you know, there's a lot of light out here, but it's not producing a lot of solar power. You could not charge this. There's no human possible way it would charge on solar power, because I'm barely getting 60 watts out of this panel. And that's under the best conditions. Right now, I'd probably plug it in and get about 20 watts, which is impossible to charge it. So even on a sunny day, I seriously doubt that the manual says that it will charge in 7 to 8 hours. And that would be you coming out here every hour, moving the panel, and keeping everything perfect. And I still doubt it would charge it in 7 to 8 hours. I charged it multiple times from 5% up to 100, and it is a solid 10 plus hours to charge it. They did send me their panel that they make. It's made like any other panel for these boxes. It does have a kickstand on the back, and it does have the ability with some USB ports to plug it right into your phone or whatever you're trying to charge, and you can charge it right from the panel, so you don't have to go in the box. So their output is 100 watts. I could never even get close to 100 watts. Even under the best conditions, you're never going to get 100 watts most of the time, just because of the angle of the panel. The sun has to be perfect. So this would still take me, under the most best conditions that I have in this month, it would take me 10 hours or more to charge it. So is this a recommended item for a prepper? No. If you just needed power to power your cell phone, if the power went down, then this is something you could do, because you could never take it low. Your cell phone's never going to take it really low. So you could definitely add a few hours of power from the sun and bring it back up. So if you need to charge your cell phones, no problems with this. But my concerns are the display is very hard to see, and it keeps cutting off. You got to keep pushing the button. I could never get it to kick off, so for me that would be sort of a fire hazard if you're not paying attention. Now, if you know what you're doing and you don't ever plug anything into this thing that's over the 600 watts, you're going to be fine. And then the third thing is just the excessive time to charge it. They did not put into this unit a charging unit that's fast enough to keep up with what you need as a prepper. I am going to donate this unit to a local prepper, and I will tell him, this is for you to keep your cell phone charged. This is for to keep your small radios charged. This is not a unit, if you need it every day, to take all the way down, even to 10 or 20, 30%, because it's going to take you too long to bring it back. But for a short-term power outage, this thing would work fine. Do I recommend this unit for preppers? Absolutely not. I feel bad for the company, but I feel they didn't do their testing before they marketed this product, because they would have found out that I can't get it shut off. I don't know if anyone else has that same problem. We'll find out shortly. I will do a lot more research. But I appreciate VanPowerS sending me this unit to test. And check this out. But make sure it really is what you want before you purchase it, because it is not as strong as many of the other ones out there. Thanks for watching.